for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a 2 up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one? Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Never turn my back on my guys when they need me. Gotta give respect for my job, it ain't easy. In a good mental state, and God is the reason. This is plain Jane season. Fresh up off the plane in Japan, I ain't leaving. They say seeing is believing. Well, here's a briefcase with $1 million even. This all week, no days off. This hard work gon' pay off. I made myself a promise young. I would never work a day job, put it in the safe. Never know when I'm gonna need that. Came here with my gang, you don't know where you're.
Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change, can put myself back in that minimum wage.
Hey, DJ.
Hey, YB, that pipe him up, bro.
You don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh? They don't want no problems. 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 All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh?
I ain't take no losses in a minute. Scored a touchdown through the critic. Came a long way from the trenches. Still be making plays in the trenches. I'm from New Orleans. I'm a saint with a demon in my head. Yeah, I told him chill. Lil' bro still spinning like a fan. Lord on my mama. He been playing like this since he was in college. So fast I can rock it. Part of the reason they can't stop him. You don't know how I feel. Come from nothing and turn up quick. You don't know how I feel. Turn them losses into a win. Yeah, treat the beat like 4 down. Going for the dub. I ain't playing with them. QB to the RB. Big 4 9 serving hand to hand. Real name Jamal Chase. He the newest goal with the people saying. I'm still in the field. Ain't calling plays Bill Belichick.
Yeah, where the ops ain't that they smoke. Kick it off, no, we tryna scout. Too easy, I'ma run it up with my eyes closed like Pat Mahomes. Red flag, I send him home. Hail Mary, I send him long. Another touchdown, hit the gritty on him. Gotta pull in they camera phones. H-time, throw the city up. I'm finna pick the play off like it's A. When it's pressure, can't.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse, Jonathan Taylor. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a...
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Turner. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. He'll keep it himself. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's 2nd down.
Back to throw. Turner. And that is incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They think he can win every battle.
That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
And defensively here, it's hard to overlook the fact that this is an offense that's dead last in the NFL in rushing. So this back 7's going to be tested. Heck, might be more of a back 8. No doubt about that. And they surrender the catch here and the first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll connect on the out route with an Ingram. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Got his man, it's clear. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jalen Waddle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And we both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 24 carries, 106 yardage-wise, and the score as well.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle. Here's Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing is Hurts. Powering his way forward. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jalen Hurts, 30 yards. And the Colts are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Here, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. As they've got it as we resume action. To throw is Turner. To throw on 2nd down. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Turner finds his tight end Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The Jaguars at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 56 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a 2nd. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to throw again. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Edwards-Helaire will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
This is where you can't help but think about our friend, the coach, the late John Madden, because this was his kind of football right here. Line him up and let him get after it down in the trenches. And as a running back, you just need that one crease, one side of daylight. He finds it, and he barrels into the end zone. Touchdown, coach, just like you would draw it up.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. Well, in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Holding offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The throw over the middle, taken in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Miller is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown.
And as a defensive coordinator, you're almost in a no-win situation down here near the goal line. You know how dangerous Jalen Hurts is when he holds on to it. You've got to be prepared to stay with him. So when he hands it off, if you're slow in reacting, this is going to be the result.
Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here. Maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
this one across the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
At the 39-yard line.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Back to throw. Turner. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. It's Desmond Ridder with a touchdown pass there. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jonathan Mingo, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Bryce Young with 2 touchdown passes there. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.